Hey guys, and welcome back to another meal prep video. My name is Jennifer. If you are new here, I am 46 years old and I have been doing Weight Watchers since September 2019, and I have lost 70 pounds. And I just love showing these meal preps and kind of how I work the WW plan. And my husband eats these dinners as well that y'all are going to see that I make today. And yeah, I go ahead and I prep my fruit for my lunches. I usually take a sandwich for lunch every day. And then I make 2 dinners, and Charlie and I eat those Sunday night through Friday night. So I make 6 servings of each, so that's 12 total servings, and then we just kind of alternate. So if you want to see kind of how I use those meals, then you can watch my next video, which will be my weekly vlog. And I started doing those just to kind of show everybody kind of how I incorporate all of the meals that I make into my daily lifestyle. And you know, I'll show my lunch and my breakfast. Sometimes I show my breakfast. I mean, I make my breakfast on Sundays. I always have the same thing, bacon and eggs. But I'm usually eating on the go in the car as I'm rushing out the door on the way to work. If y'all know, I'm on that struggle bus of being late. But anyway, so yeah, check out the next video, which will be the weekly vlog, and we'll kind of do a little meal prep review. And I like to include Charlie in that meal prep review just to show that he eats the foods, even though he is not on Weight Watchers at all. But you know, these really aren't diet foods per se. It is just foods that we love and recipes that I have figured out ways to modify to make lower in points for myself or even for him as well. And you know, just other WW recipes that we have tried and that we both love. So anyway, if that's something that you want to see, stick around. Go ahead. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that red subscribe button down below and that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. And also follow me over on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram handle for you here as well. And I love the Instagram community. There's tons of people that you can follow over there that post Weight Watchers recipes and ideas and just stuff like that. It is a great fitness and weight loss community over there. And then I also created a Facebook group for those that don't have Instagram but also want to follow along, and it is a great group. It is called Finding Our Way. I will leave the name of that here on the screen as well, and there is a link directly to that Facebook group down in the description box below. So anyway, let me tell you what we have on the menu for today. We are going to do the white bean chicken chili, which is a recipe that I've actually never tried, and on a couple of my videos ago I asked for people to name their favorite recipes, and that one I think was the top one that was named, and I was like, I have to try this. I have never made it. And we love chilies and taco soups and stuff like that, so Charlie was all about it. It is 0 points, and we will make our corn muffins to go along with that. And then our other recipe is going to be chicken enchiladas. I have the chicken for that in the crock pot, and I'm going to shred that up. I just did some salsa chicken, and that is going to kind of be the base for my chicken enchiladas that we throw together later. Also, I am going to make my chocolate protein cookies today. I did not make them last week because we had a Mother's Day lunch and had some leftover chocolate cupcakes, and I still had like 1 or 2 servings of my chocolate cookies left over, so we did eat all of that last week. Nothing went to waste. Towards the end of the week I was missing my cookies and debated on making a batch, but I didn't. But we are definitely making the cookies today, and so yeah, I think that's going to get it. So both of our meals are kind of starting in the, well, the soup obviously is going to cook all the way in the crock pot. The chicken enchiladas is starting in the crock pot, but then it will end up in the oven. I think along with that I'm also going to make some of my Spanish cauliflower rice. And I need to figure out the points on the chicken enchiladas because I'm kind of winging it and just kind of throwing some things together, and so I don't know what the points are on that as of yet, but by the time that we get to making it I will know that and let you know. And also always down in the description box is all of the recipes will be typed out, or links to the recipes, like this one for Slender Kitchen that I'm using. I will have that link down there for this particular recipe because I'm not really changing hardly anything on there other than adding in some chili powder that's not called for on the recipe. So yeah, check out that description box. It has tons of information for you. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. Okay guys, it is super early Sunday morning. Charlie is just trimming up 3 of these chicken breasts for me because I need to make this chicken for the chicken enchiladas that we were making today. We meant to put it on last night and forgot. So I'm going to put these 3 fresh ones in here, and all I'm going to do is add salt and pepper and then put this Frontera Cilantro Jalapeno Salsa on there. I can't even hardly talk. We literally just got up. I'm going to put this Frontera Cilantro Jalapeno Salsa on there. I don't know if I did any better. and just let this cook on high. Hopefully it will be ready by about the time that I get ready to cook, because I'm going to shred this chicken up and just use it as the filling for my chicken enchiladas. We've had this before and we made taco bowls with it, just the shredded chicken, and this really gives the chicken a good flavor, and I thought, you know, I bet that would be good in some enchiladas. So that's a big chicken breast. So let me grab my salt and pepper, and that's literally all that I'm going to add is just a little salt, a little pepper, and this jar of salsa. And we're going to put her on high until hopefully it'll be ready by the time that I get ready to do the enchiladas, which it's like 9 o'clock in the morning now, so hopefully by like 1 or so. I didn't realize I'm doing 2 things in the crock pot today, but we're also making the white bean chicken chili, so 2 crock pot meals today. Okay, so there we go. We've got the salsa on there. We're just going to put this on the crock pot on high. Hopefully it will be ready in about 4 hours or so and be ready to shred up and make the chicken enchiladas with. We just had to get in here and get this on early since we forgot last night. When we went to bed, we realized we forgot to put the chicken on. So we will be back. Okay, I am getting ready to jump in the shower. This is just a little bit of prep that Charlie has to do today because he's already kind of trimmed up the chicken, and then we are using some frozen chicken in my other crock pot meal that we are making, the white bean chicken chili. But we've already put the chicken in the crock pot for the chicken enchiladas that I'm going to make, so that would be done. So he just went ahead and all he had to do was just trim the fat off of those few pieces. That was it. There was no slicing or dicing or anything of it. So we did not film that because we did it when we first got up so that we could get the chicken going. So this is really all that he has to prep is the pineapples, which the reason there are 2 is because if you can't tell, they are little bitty short pineapples. If you can see that from my hand. So normally they are really twice that size. So when he picked those up at Publix last night, he did pick up 2 of those because they look too small, but the cantaloupe looks huge. So hopefully it's nice and ripe. It feels kind of hard. So these have kind of been hit or miss. Some weeks they're really good and they have that really good cantaloupe flavor, and then some weeks they don't really have any flavor. I still eat them. I dip them in the yogurt and it does kind of help it a little bit, or at least give it a little bit of flavor. We do have 4 peppers, which these 3 came from Kroger yesterday, and you know, I just didn't really think that they looked that good, nor are they that big. I swear the people try to pick the worst produce possible for the grocery pickup. Sometimes this one looks really good, but I did have him when he went to Publix last night grab 1 more green pepper just because I don't know, I'm almost completely out of my peppers, so I definitely need a nice full bowl for this next week. And then he will just slice the tomato for my sandwiches, and then we will just wash the blueberries in the vinegar water as usual. So that is all of the prep. We have a couple of easy meals today, hopefully, and I will be making my chocolate cookies. I didn't make them last week, and I was definitely missing them by the end of the week. Here's Nico. He always has to come up here whenever there's food up here. Is that right, Nico? Oh, I hit the corner of this shelf. Say hi to the people. Say good morning. Yeah, you're a good boy. Y'all hear him purring? He purr. But anyway, I'm going to jump in the shower. Charlie has just a little bit of prep. He'll probably be done with that really quick today. And then really the crock pots are going to do most of my work for me today once the chicken is done, which it's been in now for like an hour and a half. We've kind of been lazy this morning. We're watching TV and stuff, so those are cooking away. I definitely think that probably by after lunchtime they will be ready to shred up, and then I'm going to make the chicken enchiladas. I don't really know what the points are on it yet. I need to build the recipe in my recipe builder because I'm kind of winging it and just kind of making up my own thing this week. You know, just from ideas from some different recipes that I've tried. So we will see how that turns out. The crock pot's over there on the table. We will move it up here onto the counter because Charlie always likes to prep the produce and stuff up here. And then we will move it. We're also going to have to get out our other crock pot for the white bean chicken chili, which I probably honestly need to go ahead and put that on right now. But I don't know if I should do that now before I get in the shower. I could, now that I'm talking about it out loud. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and throw that together. No, I'll wait. I'll come back. It's only going to take me like an hour to get ready. And then I'm going to let that cook until later this evening. And then that will be our dinner tonight. So it will have plenty of time to cook. But I'm going to grab my shower. We will roll into Charlie's prep now.
thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the frostbite's creeping in. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here, so come home. Why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. Got me stone cold. No Wizard of Oz can undo what I've done, completely out of line.
Okay, I'm getting ready to throw together the 0 Point Weight Watchers white chicken chili, which I am using this recipe from slenderkitchen.com. And this is a 0 point, at least on the blue plan. I'm sure on green it would not be because of the chicken. And it calls for 2 pounds of chicken breast. I don't really know how much I have here. I just have 3 pretty large chicken breasts. It's probably more than 2 pounds if I have to guess. But I've already just sprayed this with the olive oil spray and put my chicken in here. And then all we're going to do is season it up and dump everything else in. So it calls for salt and pepper, of course, and then garlic powder, onion powder, and cumin in the recipe. It does not call for chili powder, but y'all know that's one of my favorite combos. So we're going to go ahead and just add in a little chili powder just because I just think you can't have one without the other. It calls for 16 ounces of green salsa. So I got this one. This is a medium salsa, so hopefully it'll have a little bit of spice to it. It does call for 4 cups of fat-free chicken broth. We're just going to go ahead and do 3 cans because I'm sure once I shred up this chicken, it's going to absorb a lot of the liquid later. So we're going to do 3 cans of that, and then we have 1 can of the white beans, 1 can of pinto beans, and 1 can of whole kernel corn. And let's see here, we will drain and rinse all 3 of these before we put them in according to the recipe. So basically you just put it all in and let it cook on high. Well, she actually says on low for 4 hours or until chicken is cooked through. And I'm probably going to put it on high and let it cook pretty much for the rest of the day. Y'all know I like to let everything cook for quite a while. So anyway, let us get all these cans opened and then I will throw it together. Okay, so first of all, obviously I'm just going to salt and pepper. And you can just salt and pepper to your liking, really with any seasonings. You can add more, you can add less. My battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna have to pause and change it real quick. It's flashing red. Okay, we got our battery changed, so then we are gonna go in. It says 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 2 teaspoons of cumin. And we're also gonna add in a teaspoon of chili powder. So we're gonna go in with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, no, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, sorry. Any one of them had 2 teaspoons, which y'all know cumin is actually one of my favorite seasonings. I never knew that before I started cooking all of these meals. And then I am going to throw in 1 teaspoon of chili powder just because I feel like the cumin and the chili powder go together so well, which this might actually finish this off. It will. There's not even a full teaspoon in there. So that is done. And now we are going to, I need to drain and rinse all of my beans and corn and everything. We have all the cans open. Let me get that done. So we are adding in 1 can of the Great Northern beans, which I have drained and rinsed. And we're adding in 1 can of pinto beans, which I have drained and rinsed also. And we're adding in 1 can of the whole kernel corn that has been drained and rinsed as well. And then I'm going to go in Well, actually, I think I'm going to put my salsa in first. We're going to go ahead and add in this whole container of salsa, if I can open it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add in this whole container of the green salsa. And then I'm going to go in with my 3 cans of chicken broth. It calls for 4 cups, but we are adding just a little extra. Then I'm just going to stir that up a little bit, and I am going to cook it on high until later this evening, and then I will shred the chicken up and divide it into 6 portions. That's all there is to it. That's one good thing about the crock pot. It does all the work for you. So there we go. We will check on it later and shred up the chicken. Okay guys, we are ready to put together our fruit bowls this week. I have my pineapple, my cantaloupe, and my blueberries here. And yeah, let's just throw them together and get those in the fridge and out of the way.
Almost don't remember how it feels when you lay down in an open field, when you saw my dreams are turning real, so unreal. Do you like it better when the ocean's warm? Do you like it better when you see the sun? Do you like it better when the sky is blue? I know I do.
Okay guys, here are the completed fruit bowls. I have 7 of those. I have 7 of the Chobani non-fat Greek yogurt. Here's my diced peppers. I do like to put the paper towels in here just to absorb the moisture. And then here is my sliced tomato for my sandwiches for the week. So this is done. I'm going to get it out of my way, and then we're going to check on the chicken, the salsa chicken, see if it is ready to be shredded up. I'm going to kind of let it set a little bit before I put together the enchiladas. So we may just shred the chicken, make the corn muffins for later, and then come back and make the enchiladas and the cauliflower rice. Okay, here is the salsa chicken that I'm going to use for the chicken enchiladas. I'm going to test it and see if it is ready to be shredded up. And I just like to shred with 2 forks. So hopefully this will kind of fall apart easily. Looky there. And that's what you want. You want that chicken to just fall apart almost as soon as you touch it. So I'm going to shred this up real quick, and then we're going to kind of set it to the side and let it cool a little bit, because we will put this in a skillet and add some other items to it for the stuffing for the chicken enchiladas. Okay, there we go. Look at that. That looks perfect. It is perfectly shredded just with using 2 forks. It just took me a couple of minutes there to get that done. I'm going to probably put it in a bowl. I'm just kind of stirring it to make sure that it soaks up all of the salsa, because I want that flavor in there. But I'm going to transfer it to a bowl and just kind of let it set and cool, and then we will put together the enchiladas here in just a little bit. Okay, I am ready to make the corn muffins, and that's a really simple recipe. All you need is 2 cups of self-rising cornmeal. I have it already measured out here. That is a 2-cup measuring cup. But I like to use this Martha White self-rising yellow cornmeal mix, the hot rise. I just have it in this Ziploc bag. I store all of my flour and cornmeal and stuff like that in the freezer, so that will go right back into the freezer where I got it from. And then I'm going to just use 1.5 cans of this corn, and then 6 tablespoons of egg whites. That is it. I'm just going to mix it up. It will make 12 muffins. They come out to 3 points each. This is just to spray the muffin tin with, the baking spray, which this is still 0 points, so that does not affect the points at all. So yeah, that's all you do. Mix them up, put them in there. We're going to bake for 15 minutes at 400 degrees. By the way, Charlie picked up a can opener from Publix last night. If y'all don't know, we've had so much trouble with can openers, but this one for $6 and something worked great. I am going to order an electric one though, because days like today we had a ton of cans to open. Publix for the win. KitchenAid, no more. that's my rant for the day on the can openers. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my cornmeal mix, and then we are going to do 1.5 cans of the corn, which is about 21.5 ounces or so. I think these are 14.75 ounces each. I'm just going to eyeball it. We'll just say that's 1.5, and then we will go in with 6 tablespoons of egg whites. So we're going to do 6 tablespoons, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're just going to mix this well and get the muffin tin ready and divide it into the 12 muffins. Okay, I've got that mixed up well. I do like to use an ice cream scoop or some kind of scoop just to make it easy to put it into the muffin tins. You don't have to. You can just use a spoon, whatever you have on hand. So I am going to spray each one of these pretty generously because I don't want them to stick. And then we're just going to divide them into the 12 muffins. Now you can just use 1 cup of cornmeal to 1 can of corn with 3 egg whites and kind of make them a little bit smaller, and I think they come out to 2 points each if you do them that way, if you wanted smaller muffins and to have less points. But since I'm eating 0 point chili with it, we like to have a little bit of a larger muffin, so that's one reason I kind of do 1.5 times the original recipe.
Like a light, lighting up in the dark. You make it right, I forgot how to act. It's so classic. Every time you make me nervous and I lose my words. It's been a while since I forgot the most simple words. I feel cold when you're around, like nothing.
Okay, and I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. We're going to go in for 15 minutes. Okay guys, here are the corn muffins fresh out of the oven. They are pretty firm feeling. That one feels slightly soft, but I still think that it's done enough. They look like they're golden brown on the bottom. They're very, very hot, so I'm going to let those cool, and then we will get them out and put them on a plate. Okay guys, I am getting ready to put together the chicken enchiladas. So here is my shredded chicken that we just cooked in the crock pot. I'm going to drain and rinse the can of black beans and the corn. We're going to just do all of this in the skillet together. I'm going to add in a can of these diced green chilies, some cilantro. I'm going to put in 4 of these Laughing Cow cheeses. I'm just going to spray the skillet with the extra virgin olive oil. Over here, I have 2 glass pans, if you can see those. I'm going to do one for me and one for Charlie. I'm going to use my Olay Extreme Wellness Wraps for myself. I didn't have 12 of these, so I figured I would do my 6 for me. That way I'm going to have 2 enchiladas every night, and we are not going to make the cauliflower rice because I will probably barely be able to just eat the chicken enchiladas, you know, and I can add some sour cream and guacamole and stuff like that if I want to. So we are just going to skip doing the rice part. I just feel like it's going to be a lot of food with the corn and the beans stuffed inside them. So this is all that we're going to do for that meal. So Charlie will have 6 of his tortillas. So he will have 2 each night, and then I will have 6 of the Extreme Wellness Wraps. I have 2 things of this red enchilada sauce. I don't know what I did with the other one. Maybe I didn't get it out. But I am going to use both of them. I'm going to put like a little bit in the bottom of each one of these containers before I put the wraps in there. And I'm going to use 3/4 of a cup of the fat-free mozzarella for my enchiladas, and I'm going to use the regular mozzarella for Charlie's. He has eaten all of the Mexican cheese. I thought that we had a whole thing of it. I'm going to squeeze some lime juice into my mixture over here. This needs to come over here actually. So that's where we're at. I'm going to get y'all set up, and we're going to get started getting this all mixed up. The oven is preheated to 400. I may drop it to 350. But yeah, I'm just kind of winging it and putting this together. I hope that it turns out good. We will see. I have some fresh cilantro. I just got one of those little packs and just kind of pulled it apart with my fingers. You could chop it up a little finer if you wanted to, but I think that'll be okay the way that it is. And yeah, I'm going to drain the beans and the corn and I don't know if I want to saute a little garlic. I actually don't think I will. I just think I'm going to kind of add everything until this cheese kind of melts in there with everything in the mixture in the skillet, and then just put the enchiladas together. They'll be ready. Okay, so I'm just going to spray my skillet, of course, with the olive oil spray, and we're going to add all of the chicken in, and then just start adding everything else. Those are kind of messy to open, by the way, those Frontera Enchilada Sauces. I hope I didn't get any on my dress. So we've got our chicken in there. I'm just going to go ahead and add this whole can of the diced green peppers, and I'm going to add maybe all of this because I have another one to put like on the bottom and on the top over there. I'm going to go ahead and add all 4 of the Laughing Cow cheeses. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to get my black beans and corn drained real quick and get those added as well. Here's the corn and the black beans. And we're going to go ahead and add in the cilantro and the lime juice. And I'm just going to let this cook for about 5 more minutes, and then we will be ready to put together the enchiladas. We'll move over to the island. I kind of have the enchilada sauce already in those 2 clear containers, and all we have to do is put the filling in and then top with some cheese and the rest of the enchilada sauce. So I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of an assembly line going here. I hope that I filmed. I just measured out the cheese and stuff. I hope that that actually filmed. I thought that I left the camera on, but anyway, I have 3/4 of a cup of fat-free mozzarella cheese for mine. We're going to assemble mine first. In this one, I'm going to need 6 wraps. And let me grab my mixture. I'm just going to try to divide it in half. Well, you can't see that at all. I'm just going to try to divide it in half in the skillet so that I can use half for mine and half for Charlie's. Just put like a line in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that way I kind of know.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of
my stuff's coming out the end.
Away from you, come a little bit closer, yeah.
Okay, 1 down. Maybe I'll get better. Won't make a huge mess.
Yeah, you're a little bit crazy. It's been days, but you never change. What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer. Yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer. Yeah. So all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly. I'm too fly. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'm going to go ahead and assemble Charlie's, and then we'll put the cheese and enchilada sauce on the top.
With you, I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer. Yeah, I can really start over. Yeah, in the back of my mind, there's someone waiting on me. You're just wasting my time because you're scared and lonely. Finally got some closure. Yeah, I can finally start over. Yeah. So all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly. I'm too fly. Bye-bye. 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 Here's to the memories. Cheers to who used to be. Said that you left me. I'm glad that's what you believe.
Okay, so we have Charlie's here and we have mine here, and so I'm just going to go ahead and top mine with my cheese. And for Charlie's, we're just going to eyeball his cheese. He'll probably want a lot, so actually I might just finish off this bag. We'll see here. Then we will just top them with the remainder of this enchilada sauce. And then I think I am going to cover them in aluminum foil and cook them in the oven for about 20 minutes. Okay guys, I have these ready. They're going in the oven 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Okay, I just pulled the chicken enchiladas out of the oven. These are mine, I'm pretty sure, because Charlie's has a lot more cheese on his, and his dish is really heavy. I don't know if you could tell when I mixed them up, but his mixture was a lot more, especially as I got towards the end. So he's got some pretty big enchiladas. They're almost like big burritos in there. But yeah, I think this is going to be plenty of food for us. So we are not going to do the cauliflower rice. I just feel like it'll be too much, and then that will make me want to eat chips as well. This comes out to 5 points per serving, and 2 of them is a serving. So I made 6 for each of us. I don't know what Charlie's is. His is obviously more because his has regular mozzarella cheese and he used his regular wraps, but mine comes out to 5 points per serving. So anyway, I think that will be good, and yeah, I'm ready to start on my cookies now. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to make my chocolate peanut butter protein cookies. Of course, I have my PE Science Select frosted chocolate cupcake protein powder. I'm going to use 1 scoop of that, 1 scoop of the Centrex Matrix peanut butter cookie protein powder, 1 scoop of that as well. I'm going to do 10 grams of the Hershey's Special Dark Cocoa, 5 grams of the sugar-free Jello fudge pudding mix, a heaping tablespoon of baking powder, half of this can of 100% pure pumpkin, about 100 to 130 grams of egg whites. I kind of play that by ear based on the consistency, and 14 grams of the Lily's dark chocolate no sugar added baking chips. And these come out to 1 point for 2 cookies, or 3 points for, no, 1 point for 2 cookies, or 2 points for 3 cookies, maybe even 4, but I've never eaten more than 3 at a time. These are very filling, so 3 is usually how much I eat. And yeah, they are delicious, and I highly recommend. They are so low in points and very filling. So let's make them. Okay guys, so we are going to do 1 scoop of the PE Science Select in the frosted chocolate cupcake protein powder. And then we're going to do 1 scoop of the Matrix peanut butter cookie protein powder. I ordered both of these from Amazon. They are linked in my Amazon store if you want to try them. They're about $30-something each, but I do think that they're worth it. They're a very high quality protein. They're very sweet. We're going to do 10 grams of the Hershey's Special Dark Cocoa. And then we're going to do 5 grams of the Jello sugar-free pudding mix. It should be about the rest of this package. And then we're going to do a heaping tablespoon of the baking powder. And then I'm just going to mix all of the dry ingredients very well. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We are going to go in with our wet ingredients now. So we're going to use about half of this can of pumpkin. There's about 425 grams in here, so we'll stop around 212 grams or so. And then I just always save the other half for my next batch of cookies. There we go, that's 217, that'll be fine. So we're going to go in with about 100 grams of egg whites to about 130. I know a lot of this is based on the consistency. So there, that stopped at about 112. Which I can already tell you it's going to be too dry. I can just tell by feeling it. So I will have to add more egg whites. So yeah, see, I feel like that's a little too sticky almost. So we want it to be a little bit smoother. So we'll add about 20 or 30 more grams. That was about 30 more grams of egg whites. And now I can automatically tell that this is going to be good because it's kind of smoothing out, but it's not too thin. See, it's still together. It's not runny. You don't want it runny, but you don't want it too sticky and thick or they'll come out too hard. And now we're going to go in with our 14 grams of the Lily's dark chocolate baking chips. And I'm just going to mix those in real quick, and we are going to I'm going to put my stuff up and grab my baking sheet, and these will be ready to go in the oven. We will scoop them out into 12 cookies. And I did buy a new little cookie scoop, so this is a little bit smaller, so I might have to do 2 scoops. I've been using like my ice cream scoop, but we'll see how that works. And I'm just going to spray my cookie sheet with the Pam baking spray. And just measure out 12 cookies.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night.
Okay guys, these are ready. They're going in the oven for 9 minutes, 350 degrees. Okay guys, here are my cookies, fresh out of the oven. I don't know if you can still see that the steam is coming off of them. These were all puffed up. They've already started to flatten out a little bit. That one feels a little bit soft in the middle, but I think it's okay. So yeah, I'm just going to let these completely cool. I will store these in a container in the refrigerator, and then I always usually eat 3 of them as a serving and warm them up for 30 seconds. Alright guys, we are finally almost done with everything. All I have to do is plate up the white bean chicken chili, and it is ready. I just shredded the chicken and put it back in here, and it's just been sitting waiting for me to plate it up. I'm going to plate it up in these containers. They're not that pretty, but they have the 2 slots on the end, which will hold our corn muffins perfectly, and then this will hold the chili, which is kind of what we do with the taco soup. So these are the perfect containers in my opinion for it. You can also just use a bowl or whatever you want to use, but I'm just going to start out with a couple of ladles full in each, and I'm just eyeballing this since it is 0 points especially. It really does not matter. I have not taste tested this or anything, so I have no idea what it tastes like. But we'll eat it tonight for dinner, so we will see.
Why you wanna run away? Why you gotta be afraid? I wish I could make you stay, cause baby I love you.
Okay, here is the completed white bean chicken chili. It smells delicious. Hopefully it is. I have not tried it yet. We are going to have this for dinner tonight, so I'm curious to see if I like it. But we are done. I'm going to get everything set up and we will close this video out. Alright guys, we have completed another successful meal prep. It all looks and smells delicious. Over here, of course, I have my 7 containers of fruit with my 7 containers of yogurt. This is the white bean chicken chili that we just plated up. It is steaming hot, but these are nice hearty portions. Filled the bowls all the way up, and with that we will have my favorite corn muffins, which are delicious. So we will get 2 of those each night. These are 3 points each, but with Weight Watchers math it does roll up to 7 whenever you have 2 of them. So that will be a 7-point meal for me, because the white bean chicken chili is supposed to be 0 according to the Slender Kitchen recipe. I need to plug it into my recipe builder just to verify that, but anyway, it should be 7 points for the 2 muffins. Of course, I have my favorite chocolate peanut butter protein cookies. Super excited to have those this week. We have chicken enchiladas. This one is mine, and these come out to 5 points for 2 of them, and so that's going to be a serving each night. And then this is Charlie's, and the difference is his has regular cheese on it and he has regular flour tortillas. I use the Olay Extreme Wellness Wraps on mine, and fat-free cheese, of course. And then, of course, I have my breakfast prep for the week, my 5 containers of the scrambled eggs with egg whites and diced peppers, and my 10 strips of bacon back there. So overall, another successful meal prep, I think. I am not going to plate these or anything, or put these in individual containers, just because I don't really have containers long enough for those. So we'll just each pull 2 out on the nights that we eat those and warm those up on a plate. But anyway, overall, super excited about this. It really wasn't that hard. The crock pot did a lot of the work for me today, so that was nice. Okay guys, thank you for joining me for another Sunday meal prep video. I hope that you get some good ideas from this. We are trying something new. Both of them are kind of new. I mean, obviously I've had chicken enchiladas before, but I kind of created my own little version this time by using that salsa chicken. So I'm super excited to see how those taste. We were going to do the cauliflower Spanish rice with it, but after looking at them, it's going to be way too much food, and I just really feel like that would just be adding extra just for no reason. So we just decided to go with that. I mean, it has black beans in there, corn, chicken, everything, and I think that it will be really filling. And then we have the white bean chicken chili, which is something that I've just never tried, but a lot of people suggested that on my last video, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it because we love soups and chilies and stuff. And honestly, it's still a little bit cool outside here, especially in the evening, so I might as well go ahead and have some more chili before it does get too warm. And of course, I have my fruit and everything like normal, my corn muffins and my eggs and everything. So super excited about this week's meal prep. I will have my normal turkey sandwiches for my lunches and stuff. And if you want to see how I incorporate these meals, then watch my Tuesday video, which will be my what I eat in a day weekly vlog style video. I just kind of take you through my day and, you know, film my lunches and heating my dinners up and snacks and stuff like that, just so that you can kind of see, you know, basically the whole process. So my videos kind of have my grocery hauls, I have my meal preps, and then I have my weekly vlog. So it kind of just shows, you know, how I work through the whole week with everything from beginning to end if you watch all three videos. And then sometimes there will be an extra video thrown in there as well. But again, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Please hit that red subscribe button down below and that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads if you haven't already subscribed to my channel. And also follow me over on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram handle for you here as well. And also I have a Facebook group called Finding Our Way. I will leave the name of that here on the screen for you, and there is a direct link down in the description box to that Facebook group. And also, speaking of that description box, there's going to be lots of information in there for you, all kinds of links, all of my affiliate links, links to my Amazon store for any of the things that I use today. You can probably find all of that stuff there and answer a lot of questions. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all.